Hi, good morning students. Welcome back for the session 2, chapter number 2, input and output memory devices for the first PUC students. So in that first session we discussed, that is what is input devices, what are all the types of the input devices, especially about keyboard we discussed in the last session. In this session we are going to discuss some other devices like a mouse, joystick, and also some devices we are going to discuss. Dear students, once again I will repeat, this chapter is for the 6 marks, 1 plus 2 marks plus 1 3-mark question you will get for your examination. So this is a 6 marks weightage chapter, chapter number 2, input and output memory devices. If I come to the second input device, that is mouse. So usually when we are call the name of mouse, in our mind, mouse means that is rat, that kinds of some illusions will come to our mind. So if you are able to see that size of the mouse means that will be a common thing, that's a common nature, because that will be size is same, right, apart from that. So this is also a one input device, very small input device, small hardware device, very handy, but it has a very useful device. Without mouse, just you operate the, yes, we have a chance to operate without mouse with the help of some commands or with the help of some keyboards also we have a chance to operate, but some years back, I think when we are coming to the before P3, P4 systems, on that time, without the graphical user interface, on that time only command interface, that time they are using computers with the help of only keyboard. Just assume how that users will be operate with the help of only a keyboard. But present days we have a chance for the graphical user interface, GUI, graphical user interface. Hence, we have a chance to use all these devices. Because nowadays these types of the computers will support all these types of features. That's why GUI will support for the mouse and operations. That's why we are using these kinds of the device. And especially if I coming to the second input device, mouse. Before going to the definition, just let us discuss about its abbreviation, M-O-U-S-E, mouse. We will call technically that is a mouse abbreviation, mechanically operated user serial engine. Once again I will repeat, mechanically operated user serial engine. That is the abbreviation of mouse. M-O-U-S-E, mechanically operated user serial engine will be the abbreviation. Then sir, what is its definition? Why we are calling this an abbreviation, mechanically operated user serial engine? Because that is not automatically operated on the mouse in your table. That will be not operate automatically. Users will at least that will touch the mouse, then only that mouse will be operate. That's why the name mechanically. Mechanically means we should physically, if we want to touch or we should physically we want to move. Otherwise, these devices will be not operate automatically. That's why this is a mechanical. Then coming to the definition of the mouse, this is also one input device. With the help of these keys, we have a chance to operate for the computer. That is also an input device, that is a mouse. Like as well as the keyboard, here also we have some types of the mouses. See, manual mouse, scroll mouse, USB mouse, and wireless mouse. If I come into the first mouse category, here also based on its property, based on its configuration, based on its working principle, they are classified these mouses into major 4 categories. So in that, the first one is manual mouse. This is a very older type of the mouse and very weight. In this type of the mouse we will get, and this will be operated with the help of the human interface, and this will be operated even the scrolls and weightage devices, the very older devices we are getting the manual mouses. That time with the help of X and Y axis, the movements will be measured for the horizontal axis or vertical axis, like that, vertical, horizontal, X and Y axis. Based on that technology, the manual mouses will be operated. Scroll mouses also. Scroll mouses somewhat advanced. Scroll mouses with the help of scroll. Scroll means like a marble ball structure that will be within that particular mouse that will be mounted. With the help of that scroll, the movement of that scroll will be vertical, horizontal surfaces. And that time, with the base of the axis, the cursor will be movement. That type of the mouse is what we call as scroll mouse. And the third one is USB mouse. Nowadays, also called as optical mouses. These kinds of the mouse will be operated with the help of the light. Optics means light. So, with the help of the light, these kinds of the devices will be operated automatically when the mouse will be located on the horizontal surface. With the help of that one red color light will be passes from the mouse. That red color light will be interact with the surface. When you move to the surface with the light, automatically the cursor will be moved front, back, down, like that. Movements will be operated, and very sensitive and very user refresh rate is touch refresh rate is more with the help of the USB or optical mouses. And also wireless mouse. This is also one optical type of the category, but for this wireless mouse we need a receiver. As I said, the keyboard, like that. Some nowadays the combos will become combo keyboard with the mouse, like that. But these kinds of the mouse, we doesn't have any wire. Just with the help of the signals, with the help of the batteries, Bluetooth technology, these kinds of the mouses will be operated. 4 categories: manual mouse, scroll mouse, USB, and wireless. Manuals are the very oldest types of the mouse and very weightage. And the scroll mouses with the help of scroll ball-like structure will be operated. And USB, nowadays whatever the present days mouses we have with the wire means, that is a USB wise, Universal Serial Bus, abbreviation for the USB. And also wireless mouse, these types of the mouse will be operated without any wire, with the help of the signals. These kinds of the mouses will be operated with the infrared signals or Bluetooth. That's a different category. But wireless mouses doesn't require any wire for the operation, and also this will be operated with the help of the receiver's signals. So this is about the second input device, that is a mouse. We will coming to one more input device, that is a joystick. So what is joystick? See here, third input device is joystick. See where we will identify the joystick. Joystick is also one type of the input device. Especially this device is used for gaming purpose. See, some of you may watch some in game centers or web browsing centers. In front of the monitor, they place one joystick, like a two-handed stick that will be placed, or a steering fix that will be placed in front of the monitor. See, that devices we will call as a joystick. That's why joystick. This is used for the gaming purpose. But this device is also an input device, because with the help of that joystick, we will give input, some with the help of the buttons or some of the movements, we will give the inputs to the computer. Hence, this device is also one type of the input device. Joystick is one input device used to give the inputs to the computer. Especially joysticks are used for the gaming purpose. Then let us move on to one more input device, that is it may be an optical images with the help of the optical devices, input devices. Let us discuss in the next part of this particular video. Students, if I want to coming the next input devices, optical devices, in that the first device is OMR, optical mark reader or recognition. This is one type of the device. This is optical mark reader means OMR, we will usually call that is a OMR readers. Means for the some types of the marks, we have to need a scan. Usually you will get some sheets like OMR sheets like this. So in that some we will have options like this. So 4 options. We want to mark one right with the help of pen or pencil pen. Usually dark pens we are using for the marking purpose. See, like that sheets will be filled with these kinds of the mark. Then how to read these kinds of the mark? We need a device, especially nowadays in almost all colleges or competitive examination centers, they have optical mark readers, because for easier evaluation, when these types of the sheets will be inserted in that particular device, very easily that device will scans the marks. If that candidate or if that student marked either A correct answer or wrong answer, fractions of seconds that will be read. After that reading of that particular result, it will be displayed on the computer how many right answers or how many wrong answers that will be by that particular user. So this is a one type of the device for recognitions of the marks. How that will be recognized? With the help of the optic. Optic means again light. Through the light, it will pass the light on the screen. Automatically, that light will be reading that marks. So that is what we call as optical mark reader, especially for the evaluation purpose for the OMR sheets, competitive examinations. There they will use that for the evaluation, because this will be a very easy process. For otherwise, if you want to check whether the right or wrong, means you have to count all the check the marks and we have to count whether how many right or wrong answers. But with the help of readers, if you have means fractions of seconds or minutes, you will get the result. So very easy for the evaluation. So this is what we call as optical mark reader. With the help of the light, that will be detect the marks. So afterwards that will give the result. So this is optical mark reader or recognition. Recognition means identifying. Then like that we have some second device, again based on the optic, again based on the light, optical character reader or recognition. See dear students, this is an example for OMR sheets. Now I will write some OCR. So if this sheet contains some characters, see some characters are like that, like these fonts will be, or if you are able to see these kinds of the font on the check, below of that check or DD, you will get some identifications of number, like some different types of the characters. So on that time, with the help of these characters also, we have a chance to read. That's why optical character readers, it will be read the different types of the characters. See here, somewhat the font is different, somewhat the style is different for the identification. Again, for the reading purpose, for the recognition purpose, there we are using the OCR, optical character reading and recognition. Especially these devices are used in the check or DD of the bank transaction sectors. So that is the best example for OCR. And if I come into the third optical device, that is magnetic ink character reader or recognition, we will call MICR. Where we will identify this MICR? See, especially this is an ink, magnetic ink. See, on the check or on the DD, if you are able to see the printed of that particular characters, that is in the one type of the ink, that is in the form of magnetic ink, because if that particular paper or if that particular ink, if you pour on water or any destructions will come to the particular device sheets, that type of the ink will be not erasable easily. That's why that ink is what we called as magnetic ink. So, with the help of that magnetic ink, once if we printed on the sheet or on the paper, it's very difficult to erase. That type of the ink is what we call as magnetic ink character readers. Especially these kinds of the characters presented in the checks and DD for the banking sections. There we will have a chance to identify these kinds of the characters with these kinds of ink. So that is MICR, magnetic ink character recognition or reader. So all these three categories will be again for the input device having a different applications. OMR sheets are competitive examination to mark with the help of the light, like OCR or MICR. All these devices will be acting as a input device for the reading purpose. So finally we are able to discuss all four input devices: keyboard, mouse, joystick, and some optical input devices like OMR, OCR and MICR. All four devices are input devices. With the help of this device we have a chance to give the inputs to the computers. Not only these devices, but in your text for your syllabus they mentioned this much. But we have a lot of input devices. Still we have Lightman, still we have barcode readings, and also some kinds of light pens. All these devices are using as an input devices. But finally, these four will be our syllabus: a keyboard, mouse, joystick, and optical input devices like OMR, OCR, and MICR. After this, we are going to discuss about one more category of the input and output memory devices, that is output devices. What's its definition, what are the devices, and its specification. To the second devices like output devices. In that first output devices, that is a monitor. Especially dear students, computer means in our mind the first device will be coming to in our mind means that's a monitor, because it looks like a TV, big hardware device. Hence, we will for computer means usually that monitor will come to our mind. Yes. So it is a one type of the output device. With the help of this output device, results are displayed. But one thing, dear friends, you should remember: in between input and output devices, we have one more unit. We have, that is the one processing unit. But we are not discussing about that processing unit here. But directly after input device, I am coming to the output device. In between one more unit is there, that is a processing unit. In first chapter, if you remember that we wrote one diagram, black diagram of the computer: input, processing and output. Now I am coming to the third unit, that is output unit. So in that the first particular unit is what we device is what we call as monitor. So monitor is a one type of the output device. It displays the result. After processing, it displays the results. Dear students, in our mind, monitor means usually we will get types of the monitors. Present days we have so many different types of the monitor. Later we will discuss. But if I come into the first devices like monitor, the output devices will use the result with the help of the monitor, as definition says. Then how that displays? Is there any technical knowledge about that, how the monitor will displays the result means? See, after processing a data, it needs one platform to displays a result. It needs one device, it needs one particular place to exhibit that particular result. See, coming to the, not a monitor, coming to your very simple device, that is a calculator. So when you entered the keys on the calculator, when you are operating, when you are pressing 2 plus 2, automatically it will give the result that is on the screen, that is 4. See, input here the keys 2 plus 2. process is that is in the operations of addition, that process will be in the processing unit that will be operated. Then automatically the result will be displaced in one more unit, that is on the screen you will get the 4. Like that in our computer also, when you are entering a input, after processing, that result will be displayed in one more unit. That unit is what we call as monitor. Then in monitor we have some different types of the categories based on its working principle as well as its configuration. We classify it into 4 different types of the monitor. Let us discuss about that one. How the monitor will be classified and what is that especially in a monitor, if I want to tell means that is RGB, very important concept about for the monitor, that is color combination for the monitors, red, green and blue. Nowadays each and every monitor having it's a color code, the RGB, red, green, blue. So this color code will be RGB color code or mode that will be displays the colors with naturally. Like that nowadays we have so many color codes, sRGB, RGB, vivid and also DP display 3, like that so many advanced color codes also coming for a very simple clarity. Then if I want to discuss about this pixel and sizes, so if you have a knowledge about in your TV, not in the same size, that's not in a unique size, for the different sizes that will be coming to the market based on its pixels, based on its resolution. Resolution means 1024 into 768 is one example. See, if this is a one monitor means, this is, we will calculate one width and height, okay, width and height. This will be for width and height, but sizes of the monitor will be always calculated with the help of the diagonals, corner to corner. This is what we will call 14 inch, 15 inch or 32 inches, 40 inches, 55 inches monitors means that is not a width, that is not a width or that is not a height, that is a diagonal. That is what we call as 32 inches like that. If you calculate it diagonally, then only you will get the exact sizes of the monitor. That's not based on the width and height. Width and height will be, that's the resolution size. Width will be 1000 like this, 1024 and height into 768 height. So this is the best example for the resolutions of the monitor. Width and height it will be vary and sizes of the monitor will be calculated by the diagonal. So this is what we call as a resolution. And pixel. Pixel means, so each and every monitor has its own one unit of the one image. If it is one image is there means, in this image one dot we will call that is as a pixel. How many maximum pixels are present in that one screen, automatically the numbers of pixels increases the clarity of the screen. So this is what we call as pixel. One dot of the particular screen, that is what we call as pixel. And we have different sizes of the aspect ratios. Aspect ratios nowadays, some TVs are exactly 4:3. Older TVs, if you are in your home that the TV is there means, you just see almost it looks like a exact square shape or somewhat some different, that the aspect ratio is 4:3 and 16:9, that wide will be increased 16:9. And in your mobile also the same aspect ratios will be operated 4:3, 16:9, like that 21:9, 20:9, like that different aspect ratios are coming. That varies the sizes. Width will be increases, it will be decreases by its height. So based on the sizes that monitors will be depend. So these are all the very important concepts. Color codes, sizes, pixel, resolution and aspect ratios will be dependent on the monitors. But now we will going to discuss about one more very interesting topic, that is the types of the monitor. How we are classified. See, in older days, in our home itself, we have a black and white TV. Monochromes. Monochrome displays means these kinds of the displays will produce only single color, either it may be a white and black and white combinations like that. but there is no color combinations or VIPWire or any color combinations will be not produced by the that older types of the monitors. That's why almost all the TVs or monitors that should be in a black and white devices are called as monochromatic. Chromatic means color, mono means single, monochromatic. So black and white combinations of the TVs will become colors are black and white only. But after some days, the monitors are categorized in 4 types, that is CRT. CRT abbreviation, cathode ray tube. Cathode ray tube. TFT, thin filament transistor. Thin filament transistor. And LCD, liquid crystal displays. And LED, light emitting diodes. See, for your examination, they don't ask what will be TFT, what will be CRT. They may ask for the abbreviations, expand, abbreviate, CRT, TFT, LED, LCD, like that. Just remember, cathode ray tubes. These kinds of the monitor are older monitors, especially tubes are using. White color monitors with a wide TVs or monitors, if you are able to chance to see older TVs, just see the TV. The size width of that TV is very huge, because in that type of the TV or a monitor, tubes are using, cathode ray tubes. Tubes are using for the producing of the colors by backside. That's why that types of the monitors are big in size. After that, TFTs will come, thin filament. The name is telling, thin filament transistor. The monitor sizes are decreasing. Width, especially the width of that TV or a monitor is decreasing. Now the thin filament transistor displays the result that should be in the front filament. Filament means there is a one type of the layer. Through that layer that will be displaced the images. That's why width of the TV is automatically reduced. Then third one is very popular, LCD. LCD means liquid crystal display. Liquid crystal display means if I want to know about this liquid crystal, on your just test one device, on the calculator displays, if you just place somewhat, gives the extra pressure to that display, automatically you will getting some liquid like structure, color liquid like structure. If you press any monitor also, that color liquid like structure, it will be based on the chemical liquid crystal display. So based on that chemical, the displays will be operate. But one drawback is there in that liquid crystal display. The viewing angle should be in the LCD, that is should be 90 degrees. The viewing angle of that liquid crystal displays, it's very limited, 90 degree. If you are watching that device with 90 degree means, try it, you will get the very clear image of that particular picture. Or if you are moving somewhat left or right, moving wide or with the help of the corner, if you want to see means, it's unable to see because the viewing angle is only a 90 degree. But if you are moving beside of that 90 degree, you will lose some image clarity. That's why some monitors, if you turn, the shade will be coming. That is the property of the liquid crystal display. That's one type of the drawback also. But to overcome that, and also in liquid crystal displays, it consumes the more power. It is not a economical, it is not a power consuming device. But to overcome that problem, one more device is coming in the monitor. Nowadays almost all we are using these types of the devices for especially TV as well as your mobiles also. OLED, AMOLED or LED. Once again, I will give you some mobile abbreviations also here. LED, light emitting diode. Okay, AMOLED. AMOLED, active matrix organic, okay, light emitting diode. So this is an abbreviation of AMOLED, active matrix organic light emitting diode. This is also advanced versions of the displays. Here organic OLED, organic light emitting diode. It gives the chemical organic light. Diodes are using to displace the contrast colors. That's why OLED or LED or AMOLED screens displays exact clarity and exact color reproduction and more accurate in color combination. That's why these devices nowadays are very popular and also expensive too, and also power consuming. Especially if you are comparing with the LCD and LED, this is consumes very high power, but compared to light emitting diode, it requires very least power consumption. And also, as I said earlier, LCD displays or liquid crystal displays, the viewing angle should be a 90 degree, otherwise you will lose some clarity in that image, but that problem will be not in LED or AMOLED, because it will support almost all the viewing angle 180 degree. You just see that device in front, a corner or back side of the corner, where rear end, front end, wherever you see, wherever that just observe the screen, you will get the same clarity, image clarity in that particular monitor. This is the most advanced technology of the monitor, that is OLED or LED or AMOLED. Nowadays, so many inventions are happening in the monitors, especially displays. In future we will get all these kinds of the nanotechnology is coming. If you are able to watch the advertisements in TV, especially for in your LG nanotechnology LED groups. So many types of the monitors are coming, but based on the clarity we are classifying. So this is about a monitor for the computer.